Good morning, Facebook family and friends and YouTube subscribers. Today is Monday, January the 26th, 2015. Okay, so over the weekend, I hope you guys can read this or not. This was a meme that rocked Atlanta. Let's see. It just says Atlanta, home of the sexiest and the baddest broke AIDS, HIV infected, 4-to-1 apartment living, no car having, minimum wage working, shady as fuck stunt queen niggas on the planet. This is Atlanta in a nutshell. Alright, so a party organizer, party promoter, posted that meme. It was I don't know if he made it or he got it from someplace else, on Instagram Friday night. By Sunday morning, that meme had rocked Atlanta, had went all over the place. People were angry, people were upset, people were mad, and there were all these long conversations about it. People sent me text messages and emails about this damn meme, so I looked at it and reposted it on my Facebook page with a little notation. And a lot of people took this meme. So a lot of people took this little thing that was posted on Instagram, they took it very personal. And I don't understand why. I looked at it and I laughed my ass off because I thought, well, there's a lot of truth in this. I live in Atlanta. I've lived in Atlanta since 1989. So I've lived here for quite some time, and there is a lot of truth to what this man posted on his Instagram account. Atlanta is the home of the sexiest and baddest. You know, Atlanta is like Black Hollywood. A lot of people come to Atlanta because a lot of people flock to Atlanta expecting these dreams and realize. They come here expecting a lot, and so they want to be involved in either the scene industry here, the music industry, or now the film industry. So it's like Black Hollywood. So you get a lot of very sexy, attractive guys, beautiful bodies, attractive. Everything just has to be beautiful and put together, and they move here to Atlanta. Are they broke? Woo! I could tell you some stories. I met so many guys at the gym who asked me for $20 and $30 and to borrow. Guys, you see guys working out, oh man, can I borrow $10, $20, $30? Because I'm having some type of financial difficulties. I've learned that if you give them $10, $20, $30, be prepared to not see that money ever again. Because that's how broke they are. They needed that money. And they have no way or to pay it back. And they just float on to the next gym where they borrow some money from some other poor sap who gives them. These guys show up to Atlanta. They're very sexy, very attractive, and they end up in this town suffering. Some have degrees, some don't. I think the bottom line is you have too many African Americans who have flocked into the city looking for employment instead of creating their own business. Now, there's another issue. All right, so let's go. Let's stick to the post. Home of the sexiest, brokest AIDS, HIV. In fact, okay, let's talk about AIDS and HIV in Atlanta. Yes, Atlanta, Georgia has a serious HIV problem. They have had one for years. Since I moved here in 1989, they had a problem. Nothing has changed. It's still the same way. You still got a lot of people who are infected. A lot of people come here getting infected. A lot of people come from all over the world to come here, and a lot of them are positive, or they get positive, or they test positive after they get here. I met so many guys over the years who show up here bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and happy about Atlanta, and they leave here with their tail between their legs because they didn't protect themselves for whatever reasons, and they ended up catching the HIV virus. If you come to Atlanta, and I'm just going to keep it real, you better wear a condom when you're having sex here in this town. If you show up in Atlanta and you don't want to use a condom, your ass is going to be caught up in some bullshit that's going to affect you for the rest of your life. There are too many fine, attractive men in Atlanta who are HIV positive, and it's been that way since forever, since the virus kicked ass in the early 80s. I moved in 89 and everybody was HIV positive. This is 2015 and people are still battling that disease, still showing up here with it, still showing up here and contracting HIV. You wear a damn condom. I sit your ass down someplace. So we got an AIDS problem here, a bad one. 4 to 1 apartment living, no car, having minimum wage working. All right, what's so wrong about having roommates? A lot of people get on my damn nerves showing up here they want to have their own place, but they cannot afford it. I have so many friends who have these big empty ass houses packed with furniture, and it's just them living there. One person. What's the point? Get some roommates. I have a friend who has this big ass house working 2 and 3 jobs to pay for this big ass house, to heat and cool his house. What is the point? Get your couple roommates. There's nothing wrong with having a couple roommates. 4 to 1 apartment. We're the only race of people who want to be independent and living by themselves, and everybody got an apartment. Oh, that's why there's so many homes and apartments in Atlanta, and 90% of them, one person. I don't see anything wrong with having some roommates. It can bring the cost of your living down. I've always had a roommate. I've never really lived alone. I've had apartments by myself. But I always got a two-bedroom apartments because I knew I was going to accept a roommate, and that made my life a whole lot easier. Every apartment I've ever had, I had just about a roommate, unless I had a one-bedroom apartment, which was very rare. Most of the time I had a roommate, or like the past, since 1998, I've been living with Earl, so we've been sharing. Most of the time we've been living together since 1998. So no car. You really don't need a car anymore in Atlanta or any city. You got Uber. You have public transportation. A lot of people work from home. I have a friend who works from home. This man has no car. He catches the he makes well over $250,000 a year working from his home. He catches the public transportation. He has no need for a car. He's able to travel frequently. He doesn't have the expense that comes with maintaining some car parked in his garage. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Everybody don't need a car. We got to get that's another thing. You got to have a car. Well, some people don't need a car. Some people can use. If public transportation works for you, go for it. I wish it could work for me because I wish I can catch the bus and the train to do the things that I want to do. I would do it in a heartbeat. So there's nothing wrong with that. But minimum wage. Times are tough here in Atlanta. I know a lot of people who have gone to college. They got $150,000 to $200,000 in student loans. They got credit card bills to the maximum. They're paying every bill under the sun, but they're making 6 figures a year. By the time you factor out the cost of their home, car, student loans, credit card bills, they're making less than minimum wage. This person working a minimum wage job, if that's working for them, and they live in 4 to an apartment, and they keeping their costs down low, and they can, in that minimum wage, that stress-free, that's another thing. A stress-free minimum wage job, you're able to survive off that. I don't see what the issue is. Life is too short to be sitting around here beating your head against the wall, working for some of these crazy companies like Coca-Cola that then sent 1,800 people out the damn door. And then people are scattering around here trying to find some place to live. Because even though they lost their job at Coca-Cola, they didn't lose those mortgage payments, car payments, student loans, and other bills they have that are associated with that salary that they were making. In some sad situations here in Atlanta, I've seen it. So if somebody got a minimum wage job and is working for them, I applaud them. Make it work. And don't stress yourself out over this mess. Stunt queens, all right, I'm guilty. You got me on that one. I've done it. Well, I did. I did videos about it. I used to do stunts here. And I'm not talking about stunts for no Tyler Perry movie either. So you got a lot of crafty individuals that live here in Atlanta, gay, straight, black and white. I sit and watch the news and say, damn, everybody down here stealing. It's just the way it is. It ain't a good thing. I don't suggest anyone do anything that's gonna put your ass behind bars. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Trust me. If you have to come to Atlanta to commit crimes to survive, you need to go your ass back home because you're gonna end up behind bars. They will catch you. You will end up in jail. I tell this to everybody else that I meet that's doing stunts. I have to ask them what you got for sale. You got a MacBook? I'll take some of the Nikes you got at half off. Don't get caught and get in trouble with the law. Drop them Nikes in my trunk when you're out of here. I don't know what to tell people. People are going to do what they want to do. A lot of people, I'm 45 years of age. I'm not about to do anything illegal. You couldn't even get me to steal a candy bar from Kroger's. I literally had my groceries walking out the door and I said, oh shit, they didn't bring up this mess. I'm taking this back over here. Y'all didn't ring this up. Ring this up. So I can pay for it and get my ass on out of here. I'm not stealing a candy bar from Kroger's. I just can't do it. But some people, like I said, they show up here and they want to live that lifestyle. They want to live on the edge. They want the FBI and the GBI chasing after their asses. Why? I have no clue. I've been down that path before. And trust me, I have a lot of regret about that bullshit because it was just some bullshit. It just didn't make any sense when I look back on it. I was young and stupid. And a lot of these guys, they come to Atlanta. A lot of these guys that this post is talking about, they're young and they're stupid. They're young, they're sexy, they show up with all these ideas. I'm going to blow Atlanta away. I'm fine as hell. And they end up being a prostitute or doing porno. Because they don't come here with a game plan to survive here in Atlanta. Atlanta's a tough city. This ain't New York City. This ain't Miami. This is not an international city. This is a small town. Atlanta is not no major metropolitan city. I don't know. Do not be fooled by what you see on Housewives of Atlanta. This is a bullshit ass city. It's a small little city. Everybody knows everybody. Your business will be put out on the street. You know, a lot of these guys show up here thinking they're gonna sneak around town and escort way at Nevada, Texas, and New York, and then come back to Atlanta. We know what you're doing, boo. We know. It's funny to me because, and then they lied. And see, that's another issue. This is why these people, I understood what the person who posted this meme was upset about, because people will lie to you. If you're going to be an escort and you want to date and have relationships with people, tell them what you're doing, so they can make a decision if this is something they want to be involved in. If you want around here stunting, credit card fraud, check fraud, bank fraud, whatever the latest hottest thing is, insurance fraud, I don't know. You might want to be careful who you date and lie to them about your income. Because a lot of people lie and say they bank executives, but they stealing from the damn bank. It's the only time they go to bank is steal some damn money. I get it. No reason to, but if you're going to lie, and see, that's where people get upset. Because they fall in love and trust somebody, they fall in love with this false image, this pretentious false image that this person is giving them, and then they find out the truth. The man's a prostitute, he's an escort, or he's a stunt person, he's doing this, that's how he's paying for this house and car, that's how he's traveling all over the place. So when the truth comes out, it can be very painful to a lot of people. See, I've never, understood this lie, because people gonna find out the truth for what you're doing. I mean, it's inevitable. The truth is going to get out. And people get their feelings hurt. And people get angry and they get mad. And that's when you see little memes like this floating across the horizon. Now, for those of you that none of this stuff has an effect, if you not, if you don't fall on, if any of this stuff in this list don't have any bearings on your life, then what's the problem? That's why I didn't understand why people were so upset and mad about this mess. Boy, I didn't get that. If that's not you, if the shoe don't fit your foot, don't wear it. Don't worry yourself about it. All this New York, bad Atlanta, this Washington, D.C., LA, this, I never got into that mess. It's a bunch of bull crap. Same people living in New York have lived in Atlanta. The people living here in Atlanta have lived in New York, Washington, D.C., Chicago. They've been all over the damn place. Everybody been everywhere. Nobody's from Atlanta. Very few people I have met are native Atlantans. They come from everywhere. They come from New York, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Los Angeles, Miami, or you name it, they Louisville, Kentucky. They come from all over the place to live in this wretched city. That's why the city is the way it is. It's a melting pot of all these foreign people come bringing their bullshit down here. It just is what it is. So, I don't know. This didn't bother me. I thought it was very interesting. I thought it was funny. I laughed my ass off. I laughed. I posted on my wall. Some people were very upset. I didn't get that. They took it too personal. If that ain't you, don't worry about it. But I know a lot of people, but I will say this. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yeah, this is true. It is true. I've seen it. I've seen it. Not everybody, but I've seen a lot of this. I've seen a whole hell of a lot of it. I've seen it. There's some truth in that. Anyway, if you like my videos, please click like, share them with family, members, and friends, and every stump where you can find likes to buy a little. I need a new MacBook Pro. If I can get one at 50% off his show, it would be nice. Inbox me with some instant deals. Anyway, get out there, enjoy it. Because you folks up north dealing with that cold snow, God bless you, honey, because you're going to need it. Anyway, I'm out of here. Enjoy your Monday. Don't forget to subscribe and click like. I'm out of here. Bye.